Wow, wow, wow. Oppo Find X9 Ultra, that we've been reviewing talking about the last couple of days. Now we got Vivo X300 Ultra going global. So not just Oppo, but Vivo. Now I've never had a Vivo phone. This looks pretty badass. It looks like it's going to compete directly with the Oppo Find X9 Ultra. I have so many devices up here. It's hard for me to select one on cue. I got to think for a minute. Global rollout for this. So it's going to compete head to head with the Oppo. For US buyers, I think we're screwed, quite honestly. I don't think we're going to have availability for this or the Oppo, to be 100% honest with you. If you asked me a month ago, I was giddy inside. I was excited. Ooh, we're going to get the new Oppo phones. They're going global. Because, you know, the CEO announced it. I think that's what somebody called me out on. How do you know it's coming to the US? I said, well, the CEO said it's global. But that was a month ago. Now, a lot has changed in 30 days, especially for us here in the US. For everybody else outside the US, business as usual. If you're living in here inside the United States borders, you're getting screwed like usual. We're used to it here. You know, it's one of those things. Look, you have some pros and some cons no matter where you live. Obviously, the United States has some pros, but technology is not one of them. We typically get screwed. It seems like everybody else in most other countries have the option, have more options, have more items, devices available, just all sorts of stuff. We got the stupid FCC doing these bans, which we're gonna get to later. They did a ban on a Wi-Fi routers that are not made in the U.S. Really. Well, they're gonna let one fly through. I'll let you know which one. But let's get back to this Vivo X300. So this looks phenomenal. It looks like it's gonna be a photography master, right along with the Oppo Find X9 Ultra. This thing's gonna take probably top 1 or top 2 pictures, top 1 or top 2 video as well. It's gonna come with a camera kit. Well, I'm sure that's extra. You're gonna have to pay extra for that, just like with the Oppo Find X9 Ultra. But the Vivo X300 Ultra has officially launched globally, positioning itself as a professional video powerhouse on Android with its advanced camera hardware, including a massive sensor array and modular lens extenders. Remember, Oppo has that weird name for super long name for their media kit. I can't even remember what it's called. It's called like Ultra Tree Video Master Plex. I don't know, something like that. Key specs for this, it's going to be similar to the Oppo. You're going to get the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. You're going to get 16 gigs of RAM, 6,000 milliamp hour battery, 100 watt wired charging, 6.82 inch QHD Plus LTPO 2.0 OLED display, all housed in a IP69 rated water dust resistant frame. Now, this device features the Zeiss Master Lens Collection with 3 high-performance prime lenses. Y'all ready? 200 megapixel, 35 millimeter documentary camera, 200 megapixel, 85 millimeter periscope telephoto lens with gimbal stabilization, and a 50 megapixel, 14 millimeter ultra wide lens. So you have three professional lenses that are probably going to blow your socks off if you purchase this. If you're a photographer, I think it's pretty clear now that if you want the very best photo and video, get you this Vivo X300 Ultra, get you an Oppo Find X9 Ultra. It looks like a no-brainer, right? I mean, it's just, hey, what's going on, man? Appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much. We were just talking about this Vivo X300 Ultra. It's going global, minus the probably you and I here in the United States. But again, you can grab one if you really want one. And when they become available on eBay, they might be already. I haven't checked today, but over the next week, over the next month, every few days, I'm going to check, keep an eye on the prices, because obviously right when they're launched, high prices. But you let a month pass, you let 6 weeks go by, the prices come down, and you should be able to get one for a decent price. And you can always finance it through on eBay. What is it? Klarna and PayPal and all that stuff if you don't want to pay the full $1,000 up front. Now, the videography capabilities are extensive. So this looks to be a video beast as well. They're promoting this one as a motion picture, as a movie type of lens, because the Oppo Find X9 Ultra, while I'm sure it takes really, really good video quality, that I looked at all, I went to go back and look at all of their promotional content, and it's more towards still photo. Now they had a mention, I think one mention of how good the video is, but on this Vivo, they're basically doing the opposite. They're continually talking about the video quality that this takes, and of course they talk every now and then about good photo quality, still photo quality. But this one looks like if you are want to make movies from a phone, this is probably what you're going to want to get. It offers 4K 120 frames per second recording across all of the rear sensors. Not just one main sensor where you can go slow-mo. No, all 4 sensors on the back do 4K 120 frames per second. How crazy is that? It has 10-bit log video, which we would expect. It's got Dolby Vision support, a real-time LUT support, and the option for physical telephoto extenders up to 400 millimeters. Wow, that is crazy. It looks relatively the same as the Oppo. I'm sure it's going to be priced right around the same. Now, what does this say? While North American users are often limited to the big 3 smartphone brands, Vivo has spent the last few years building some of the most impressive camera hardware in the world. This is being positioned as arguably the professional video powerhouse on Android. See what I'm saying? And I didn't even read this article before I sourced it. I just needed something so we could talk about it, because I kind of did my homework before, but this looks badass. As I mentioned, both the Vivo X300 and the Oppo Find X9 Ultra will take great videos and pictures, but it seems like if you kind of lean more towards doing video content, probably going to need to get the Vivo. If you just care about really good still photos, camera quality, probably going to lean towards the Oppo Find X9 Ultra. But either one is going to take really, really good both photo and video. See what I'm saying? It'll be interesting to see where DXOMARK has these ranked. In fact, do they have them ranked already? Let's go see. DXOMARK camera rankings. I might not be able to get through all of our stories today, but let's check it out. Kind of going off course here a little bit, but that's what we do over here. Okay. The hell? Oh man, I did camera. I meant phone. All right, what we got? Ooh. What? We have the Vivo Pura 80 Ultra. I have no idea what that is. Vivo X300 Pro. That's the Pro model. Now, the one we're talking about today is the Ultra model. And then you have the Oppo Find X8 Ultra. Well, guess what? The X9 Ultra is coming out. So the 1-year-old Find X8 Ultra is already at number 3. And it's been at the top of the list, I'm assuming, for the last year. And now the Ultra is coming in. So, look, we'll revisit this maybe in a couple weeks. And I'm sure the Pura, the Huawei phone, looks... I have no idea what that is. But I'm sure the X300 Ultra and X9 Ultra, both from Vivo and Oppo, will be 1 or 2, I'm sure. We will revisit this, but looks to be badass, and I can't wait. I really want to get my hands on one of these. I don't know. I might actually go for this Vivo since it does better video and I'm on YouTube. But I don't think, but honestly, I think I might, lean towards Oppo just because of the OnePlus connection. So I think anyways, I don't even know what software Vivo runs on. I mean, I know it's Android, but I don't know what their skin name is. Never used a Vivo phone before, but yeah, it looks incredible. It looks incredible.